guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I was thinking of choosing my next read, right? So I'm currently in the middle of Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm like halfway through the book. It's good, I'm liking it, but I have a lot of romance books on my physical TBR. Some of them I've had for so long it's kind of embarrassing, and some I've just recently bought. So like there's an incentive to pick up either of those, but I don't know which one to pick up. So I thought I'll do like a random number generator sort of thing and pick my next read, like what I'll read after Shatter Me. So I'll show you the books I have. There are quite a lot. I have like 6 books on my physical TBR which I have to choose between. So I'll go through each one of them a bit and tell you what it's about. So the first book we have is King of Wrath by Anna Huang. So this is, I think, a spin-off series to the Twisted series by Anna Huang. This follows Dante and Vivian, and I think it's like a marriage of convenience sort of thing. And I've heard really good things about it. The second book also I think is out on Kindle Unlimited already, so it's a good reason to read this. So we have King of Wrath. Then I have Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is the first book in the Addicted/Callaway series, which is, I've only heard good things about that series from all of my favorite booktubers and book creators, and all over Book Talk. It's just, this series has such a hype. This and the Boys of Torment series, but this was like the OG hyped Book Talk series, I think. So I got the first book of that. I'm really excited to read this. So yeah, that. Then the next book is kind of embarrassing that I haven't read it yet. It's Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This is, I'm sorry I haven't read it. The movie for this is coming out this year, so I kind of wanted to get through the book before the movie comes out. So that's why I've included this as well in this video. I hope I get this, but I don't know, for some reason I just don't feel like picking it up and reading it. That's why I haven't been able to pick it up and read it. That's why I've included this in this video. Hopefully I'll get it as well. The next book is Audio Perfects by Colin Hoover. Horrible cover, but still, I think this is one of her fan favorites. This is, I think, a second chance romance. They're like a husband and a wife about to get divorced, and then, you know, the second chance aspect. So I'm really excited to read this as well, but I haven't been able to pick it up because I just feel like, do I really want to read a Colleen Hoover? I don't know, even though I do generally like her books. So we have this. The next book I have is also one book that was completely hyped up on Book Talk. It's Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This is a small town romance, I think. Grumpy Sunshine, Enemies to Lovers, I'm not sure, but I know it's a small town romance. I think a girl, the main character, she comes to this new town where her twin used to live, and I think she's in the jail now, and she has to take care of her niece. I'm not sure, and the whole town hates her because they think she's her twin, and the main guy character is the only one who sort of wants to help her. So we have that as well. And then the next book is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me of Mariana Zapata. Again, I've heard amazing things about it. It, I think, is a hockey romance where he is a hockey player and she is his personal assistant, and then something happens and I think she has to start dating him or marry him, something like that. I'm not sure. I think it's like fake dating concept. I'm not sure again. The reason why I haven't been able to pick up this book is because I've never actually read a sports romance, so I'm skeptical of whether I like it or not. I think it's perfect to include it in this video. Okay, so I will now number these books randomly. Okay, so this is how I've ordered these books. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have this Starbucks coffee mug and I have like chits inside them with like numbers written on them, and I'm going to choose a number and that'll be my next read. That's it. Honest to God, that's what I'm going to be doing. Now these numbers I think are up to 10, so I'm sorry if something else comes up. 11, see? I don't have an 11 here. Sorry, I just keep numbered chits for future purposes. 8, no. I got number 2. And you know what number 2 was? I'll show you. It was red, white, and royal blue. God. So it's red, white, and royal blue, and I will read this next. I'm kind of excited because I never thought I'd actually pick up this book because it's been so long since I bought it and it's been sitting in my bookshelf for so long. I just didn't think I'd actually pick it up ever again. So I'm kind of really excited I got this. Okay, so I'll go read this book. Once I'm done with this book, we'll probably pick another number and then choose another book from this pile, hopefully. If the video is not getting too long, then I'll probably choose another book. So yeah, let's go. Hi guys, so I finished Red, White and Royal Blue. I just finished it and I really liked it. It was so cute. It was just a perfect story, perfect book, you know. Okay, so I'll tell you a bit what happens in this book, right? So we have Alex. He's the first son of US, like he's the son of the president of US, right? And Henry, he's the Prince of England, and these two are sort of like enemies. They don't go along with each other. They basically don't like each other, right? Until one day they have to go to a wedding. Both of them have to attend the royal wedding, and they end up having sort of like a public fight, sort of. So because of that, it kind of puts a strain between the public relations of the two countries. So in order to resolve that issue, these two have to sort of like become fake best friends, if you know what I mean. So they have to like have fake outings with each other where they're like photographed that people are like, oh look, now they're very good friends. There's no feud between them anymore. And when they're doing that, when they're being fake best friends, they end up, you know what, the banter between them was so cute. But there's one thing that I did not like very much. It was that it was in third person, so it was a bit difficult for me to follow at times, because I don't think I've ever read a book in third person. That was one negative thing about this, which kind of takes away a few stars, you know. But still, Casey McQuiston's writing, it was so witty and so funny. Like this book had me like giggling and smiling and just having physical reactions to normal things, right? And it was just really good. There was also like sort of emails being exchanged between Alex and Henry throughout the entire book, and I just loved those emails. I think those emails were such a crucial part of this book, and they were really cute. You know, in each of these emails they would sort of like quote some person, a poet or a politician or an author, someone, and those quotes were just so cute. I was just underlining all of them. I was like, this is so good, this is so good. It's really good. So like the first half of the book was a nice rom-com banter kind of story, and then the second half was just emotional. I didn't expect it to be so emotional. Second half got quite emotional, and then, you know, the politics aspect of everything. I'm so excited the movie is gonna come out. I mean, I was reading the book and I was like, oh my god, the movie would be so good. And I think I've seen the actors who've been cast for the roles, and I was like, yeah, that's perfect, that's perfect. So yeah, Red, White and Royal Blue. I'm so happy I read this book finally. I think I'll give this a 4.5 stars. The 0.5 I'm removing because of third person, but still I think everyone should read this book if you haven't. I'm pretty late at reading this. So now, talking about what I'll be reading next. So I know I was doing the whole taking out a number from the mug and then seeing which book I have and then reading that book. That was because I wasn't sure which book to pick up, right? Now I'm having urges to pick up this book, so I felt like I should just go ahead and pick it up, right? So it's Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I've had this book for so long and I just never had the feeling, or like, now's the time to read this, now's the time to... I've never had that feeling, and then suddenly I had that feeling yesterday and I was like, just fuck the whole taking out numbers from a mug. I'm gonna pick this book up next. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be reading Things We Never Got Over. It's a completely hyped up book on TikTok, BookTok, BookTube, Bookstagram, everywhere. So I'm gonna read this book and I'll let you guys know what I think about it. Guys, so a little update. I started reading Things We Never Got Over, right? You can see I'm on chapter 5, page 440, and oh my god, yeah. And I didn't know it was an enemies to lovers because I knew it was Grumpy Sunshine, but the Grumpy is so grumpy, he's downright rude to the Sunshine. So it's that took me a bit by surprise because he's pretty rude and I don't like that. So it took me a bit longer to get into the book, but hopefully it'll get better. Hopefully, because I know it's a slow burn and I don't think I can take him being so rude for any longer. I don't know. I'll keep reading. I'll let you guys know. Hi guys, so as you saw in the last clip, I finished Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, and it was a very good read, honestly. But as for my rating or general whether it's my favorite book or not, no, it wasn't. I'll tell you why. In the beginning I mentioned that he's a bit too grumpy and she's a bit too sunshine, and he's basically a bit rude to her, so it was kind of difficult to get into it. But once we reached crossed the 150 page mark, things started getting better. There were a lot of cute moments. I was having butterflies and it was really nice. But once that phase happened, we again went back right into Naomi being kind of a pushover and completely just too childish for her age, and Knox being too grumpy and too, honestly, just arrogant, childish arrogant for his age. I mean, he's in his 40s, and the way he talks and the way he just thinks and behaves, it was very weird. So that is where I kind of got detached from the book, because I wasn't really connecting to the characters. I did not like Knox as a character, as a male love interest. I did not like Knox at all. Naomi was kind of nice, but then at times I was just like, oh my god, just I don't even know, it was very weird. So I was not enjoying it. But then the last 100 pages were genuinely good, and you saw me read the last 100 pages. I was genuinely having physical reactions. It was really nice. But I can't forget the phases where I was getting bored. Not actually bored, I cannot forget the phases where I was just not liking the characters. And by characters I only mean mostly Knox. 60% Knox and 40% Naomi. All the other characters I really liked, but this book was about Knox and Naomi, so I was hoping that I would like them more than the other characters, but that didn't happen. And because of that, this book was not a 5-star rate for me. I would give it like a 3.75. I won't even give it a 4-star rate, because I did not like the male main character. Neither did I like I didn't relate to Naomi. It's not like I didn't like her, I didn't relate to her, and that's a big thing for me. So yeah. Also, this is the first book in the series. The second book, it follows Knox's elder brother. No wait, not elder brother. One of his brothers, who is the cop of that small town. And second book is going to be about him, and the female main character in that, the female love interest, we're introduced to her at the end, like completely at the end, and we get kind of a glimpse of those two. But again, it was like a very instant love, sort of. Not even instant love, just instant attraction, sort of. It felt a bit forced. So I am not very interested in reading the second book. But the third book follows their childhood best friend, Lucian, and okay, I don't remember the names, but Lucian, who is sort of Knox's and Nash's childhood best friend. And then the female main character is Naomi's very good friend, and she works at the public library. And that relationship was more interesting. It was more interesting than Knox and Naomi, honestly, because it's definitely, I think, a enemies to lover sort of thing. So I will read the second book only so that I can read the third book. But yeah, I didn't love it, but I did not hate it either, so it was good. 3.75 stars. Then next, I did not show you guys this, but I actually picked up Addicted to You by Christine Beccarici, and I read up till page 124, and then I DNF'd it. And I have a reason for that. There's nothing against this book, I just kind of was in a reading slump since the beginning of this video, but I was still going through Red, White and Royal Blue because I was enjoying it, and Things We Never Got Over because I was loving the small town vibe. And there were parts where I was generally found things very cute, and the last 100 pages were also very good. So I was still going through that. But when I started Addicted to You, it kind of got weird for me, because this book, if you don't know, it's about addiction. Both the main characters are addicted to different things, and just I did not like it. At least because I was in reading slump, I just didn't feel like reading something with a negative vibe to it. They both have an addiction, and they both are completely, indulging in their addictions, and just I did not like that aspect very much, because I was wanting like a positive book because of my reading slump, and I didn't like the relationship that these two had. It was very toxic, and I just did not enjoy this book. And because I was in reading slump, I did not want to force myself to read more of it, because that I would never be able to pick up a book, and I would probably be reading it for like 2-3 weeks, and I was just not enjoying it. So maybe I will read it sometime else, but for right now, this is not the book for me. So I'm gonna put this book down. I have DNF'd it, and that's all I have to say about it. Okay, so these are the 3 books that I read/attempted to read, and yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna end the reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please tell me if you guys have read this, if you've read any of these books and what you guys thought about it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.